expressed satisfaction with the impact of the Osun Food Support Scheme in the lives of the beneficiaries, just as he reaffirmed his commitment to continue the initiative. Represented at the flag of ceremony of the head of service, by the head of service, Dr. Ologwega Oyebade, the governor thanked the people of the state for their support and cooperation, which he said had culminated to the numerous successes recorded so far by his administration. He noted that God had really helped him to keep faith to his electoral promises as manifested in the fulfillment of many of the vows he made while seeking mandate to serve the people. Governor Utola attributed the consistency and sustainability of the initiative, in spite of the attendant challenges, to the fulfillment of his covenant to God and the Osun masses. According to him, the scheme had come to stay in view of its wide acceptance by the citizens to whom the scheme was targeted at. He noted that the Osun Food Support Scheme has since its inception directly benefited over 570,000 households in the state. The State Information Chapel of NUJ State Chapter will today treat tackles with the OSBC Chapel in the football event of activities marking the 2022 Osun NUJ Press Week. The State Information Chapel booked their place in the semi-finals of the tournament after walking over the Osun Defender Chapel, claiming 3 points and 3 goals. The OSBC Chapel, on the other hand, came from a goal down to defeat the hard-fighting Correspondent Chapel by 2-1 in pulsating game. The other semi-final game will see the local government chapel, who defeated the Federated Chapel by a lone goal, playing the Correspondence Chapel. Both semi-final games will come up back-to-back at the 5A side football pitch of the Oshogo Township Stadium starting this evening. Members of the umbrella body of clubs and associations in Iwo Land, Iwo Action Council, have commended the fairness of the council's electoral committee and the conduct of the election that led to the emergence of new executives. The council expressed optimism that the newly inaugurated executive members will uplift the tenets of Iwo Action Council and work for the progress of Iwo Land. Speaking shortly after his inauguration, the returned president Iwo Action Council, Barrister Olajire Ayinla, appreciated all clubs and associations in Iwo Land for their immense support. Barrister Ayinla, who promised on behalf of other executives to always work towards the goal of making Iwo Land a toast of other towns in the country, urged sons and daughters of the ancient town to further support them. He urged those victorious at the polls to be magnanimous in victory and always remember that the job of taking Iwo Land to an enviable height is a collective responsibility. Some members of the council, while speaking, expressed satisfaction in the election process, which they described as free, fair and credible. They expressed their optimism that the newly inaugurated executive will take Iwo Land to a greater height. Barrister Olajire Ayinla was returned elected for another 4 years as the president, Iwo Action Council, having polled 95 votes. Others who were voted alongside him were Comrade Adeleke as the General Secretary, Jabaru Eniola, Director of Finance, Abdullah Bolagade, Director of Publicity, Dickiness Oluboye, Director of Socials, among others. An Osho-based political stalwart, Mr. Mukaila Adesoyoni, has called on government to put machinery in motion to revamp the country's educational sector, which has been in comatose over the years. Mr. Adesoyoni gave the advice during an interaction with OSBC News crew in Oshogo, the state capital. The political stalwart, who doubles as a one-time teacher, maintained that it was rather unfortunate that the country's educational sector is in a mess, which he noted has affected all strata of human endeavors. He called on the stakeholders to revamp the education system of the nation with a view to giving the Nigerian students a sense of belonging in the scheme of things. And that was the home news. Good afternoon.